Hello student. So today I came with some numericals from the chapter the atomic structure. Atomic structure I have explained almost all the topics. You can see in the screen some questions are written. So I am going to explain those. First question, write the electronic configuration of elements of atomic number 10, 17, 25, 29 and 37. So as I have already told you how to write down the electronic configuration, that is NL to the power x, where N stands for principal quantum number, L for azimuthal quantum number and number of electrons present in that subcell. Azimuthal quantum number means that is the subcell. So atomic number 10. So how to write 1s2? As you have learned, before writing the electronic configuration, you have to consider the three rules, that is Pauli's exclusion principle, then Aufbau's principle and Hund's rule. All should be followed. So 1s2 is the first energy level. 2 electrons are entering here. Then next 2 electrons are entering in 2s orbital, that is 2s2. So 4 electrons gone out of 10, 6 electrons are left. They will go to 2p subcell, that is 2p6. So its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p6. Next atomic number is 17. So again in the same way the electrons will be filled up. First energy level is 1s2, second energy level 2s2, then 2p6. So total 10 electrons completed, 7 left. Now 3s2. So again 2 electrons gone. Now 3p orbitals are there. In 3p orbitals, you know that px, py and pz is there. First it will occupied by singly, one electron will enter in each orbital. After that pairing will start. So it will be 3px2, 3py2 and 3pz1. Now atomic number 25. You have to remember that if you write all these energy levels, it may take time. So certain elements whose electronic configuration you can write down those elements and the rest of the electron are going where, in that way you can write. So 25 I have written argon, electronic configuration of argon you will write continuously. After that 7 electrons will be left. They will go in 4s2 and 3d5. Actually before going to 3d, electrons will enter in 4s orbital. So it will be 4s2 and 3d5, but while writing I have written 3d5 4s2. Now atomic number 29, same way. First the electronic configuration of argon and then 3d10 4s1. Now here you can find a little bit difference, that is, although the electrons are going in 4s orbital before going to 3d orbital, but 3d10 is written and 4s1 is written. That means in the d orbital 10 electrons are there, but in s orbital only 1 electron. But according to the previous rule, you know that first the lowest energy level it has to be filled, and then to the higher energy level electron will go. So why it is 4s1? If I write instead 4s2, in that case it will be 3d9. 3d9 means 1 electron is less. So actually there is a rule that half filled and full filled orbital, they are much more preferred as compared to some other electron. That means 3d9 is very unstable electronic configuration. So what happened in d orbital, 1 extra electron goes, and in s orbital 4s1. 4s1 means it is half filled and 3d10 means it is completely filled up. So it is much more stable configuration as compared to 4s2 and 3d9. Next one is 37. So 37 first is krypton and then 5s1. So this is all about question number 1. Now question number 2. How many unpaired electrons are present in the ground state of P, that is phosphorus, whose atomic number is 15, and Fe2 positive ion whose atomic number is 26. Now the answer. The number of unpaired electrons can be predicted by writing its electronic configuration. Then only we can count the number of unpaired electrons. So P15 means I have written here the electronic configuration: 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3px1, 3py1, 3pz1. So clearly you can find how many unpaired electrons are there. 3 unpaired electrons. Now Fe2 positive. In Fe atomic number is 26. Fe2 positive means 2 electrons has been removed. So electronic configuration of Fe is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d6 and 4s2. As 2 electrons have been removed, that means I can think that 4s2 orbital is not present in Fe2 positive ion. So now the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d6. So now I have drawn the 3D orbital arrangement. Before that everything is completely filled up. You can see the boxes, and now you can count the number of unpaired electron. Number of unpaired electron is 4 here. Now question number 3. Wavelength of different radiations are given below, that is lambda A equal to 300 nanometer, lambda B equal to 300 micrometer, lambda C equal to 3 nanometer and lambda D equal to 30 angstrom. Arrange these radiations in the increasing order of their energies. We have already learned in the chapter that energy is calculated by the formula E equal to h nu, where nu is the frequency. So this can be written as hc by lambda. So from here we can conclude that E is directly proportional to 1 by lambda, or E is inversely proportional to wavelength. So first one, 300 nanometer, I am changing each to meter. 300 nanometer means 3 into 10 to the power minus 7 meter. Then next one is 300 micrometer, that is 3 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter. Next one is 3 nanometer, that is 3 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter. And the last one is 30 angstrom, that is 3 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter, because angstrom means 10 to the power minus 10. So according to my formula of energy, that is energy is inversely proportional to wavelength, my answer is lowest one will be B, then A, then C and then D. Now fourth question. Calculate the wave number of line associated with the transition in Balmer series when the electron moves to n equal to 4 orbit, where Rydberg constant you already know. It is given also in the question that it is 109677 centimeter inverse. So I know the formula, that is wave number equal to Rydberg constant, then 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. n1 is the initial quantum number and n2 is the final quantum number. So Balmer series means n1 is always 2, and it is given that it is moving to n equal to 4. So it will be 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 4 square. So if you solve it, I have already written here. You just go and pause the video to write down the answer. You will get the answer as 20,564.4 centimeter inverse. Now my fifth question. Calculate the uncertainty in position of an electron if the uncertainty in its velocity is 5.7 into 10 to the power 5 meter second inverse. Value of Planck's constant is given here and mass of electron is also given here. If it is not given, then also you should know these values. So this is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, del x into del p, that is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. It can be changed as del x is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi m into delta v. I have already explained all these in my previous videos. Now put the values of Planck's constant, put the values of pi, m and delta v. Delta v means uncertainty in its velocity, that is given as 5.7 into 10 to the power 5 meter second inverse. So by calculation I can get the answer as 1.012 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. This is question number 5. Now next, question number 6. Calculate the total number of angular nodes and radial nodes present in 3p orbital. Here you have to follow certain formula that I have written here. For 3p orbital, n is 3 and l equal to 1. So number of radial nodes is calculated by the formula n minus l minus 1. N is 3, l is 1. So 3 minus 1 minus 1, answer is 1. Number of angular nodes equal to what is l, that is only the answer. So l is 1, answer is also 1. Next question, question number 7. How many electrons are possible in all cells with n plus l equal to 5? The value of n plus l is given as 5. Subcells with n plus l equal to 5 can be represented as 5s, 4p and 3d. So if you calculate, hence the electrons present in these subcells are 5s means only 2 electron can enter there. 4p means how many electron can enter? P means 6 electrons can enter, and 3d means 10 electron can enter. So 2 plus 6 plus 10, answer is 18. Next, number 8. An electron is in one of the 3d orbital. Give the possible values of n, l and m for the electron. M means the magnetic quantum number. When n equal to 3, then L equal to 2. 3D means L equal to 2 here. And for L equal to 2, how many values of magnetic quantum number can be possible? 5 values. Though they are what? Minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1 and plus 2. This is very easy question, but then also I have given you. I hope in these numericals I have covered all the topics which are there in this chapter. One example I have taken from each topic. You have to practice much more numericals from other books or from the NCERT also. The question answers also I have sent you. Go through it and go through these questions to clear your concept. So I hope it will be very easy for you to solve other questions related to these topics. Thank you very much.